Welcome back, Indonesian motherfuckers. Welcome back in our episode 5. We had 1 week of a break. We had to do some private stuff, and we are back again.
Shit happens.
Yeah, shit happens. We were back in form. We have batik shirts on, and we hope we're gonna make a very interesting podcast.
We're ready to go. We have some
Ready to do?
serious stuff first, and then we'll change to the less serious stuff, because I found some funny clips you saw that.
Very good, yeah. Talking about protests, fierce protests that happened recently in Jakarta, I think we can say that Indonesia avoided much worse after quickly organized protests in Jakarta, and a number of other cities in the country caused mass disruption and the cancellation of a new election law that would see the minimum age for candidates, it's about 5 years, lowering the age in certain elections in Indonesia. Yeah.
What is probably would not really been shit. What is probably is not really a problem normally. Indonesia could just some younger people in office for governor and mayor, for example.
Yeah.
This change has been around for decades, but never materialized. And it's different now. Because lowering the age limit right now would mean that the youngest son of current outgoing President Joko Widodo, Kaisang Pangarep, would be able to run for office.
Yeah, also that is what people don't want, even though it has a positive side. But they fiercely protest. They're really strong in protesting it, and it was also cancelled. I mean,
the protests were organized in like 24 hours.
1 day, yeah.
Oh,
unbelievable!
Wonderful modern technology, just wonderful.
Yeah. So this goes months after the general elections that put his eldest son, Gibran Raka, who is just 36 years old, in office as vice president under Prabowo Subianto. That becomes official president in October, if I'm not mistaken.
One more time.
Yeah, they will take over from Joko Widodo and Maruf Amin next month.
You always get the Indonesian names. See again.
Yeah, so Joko Widodo and Maruf Amin next month. Yes. The Indonesians see the now cancelled change in the election law as opening the country up for nepotism, at least, but also allowing for a political dynasty in the future.
If there is something that Indonesians hate, it's the side of a dynasty. We have had that for a long time here under Suharto.
Yeah.
People don't want to go back.
No, people want to forget it.
Now, we won't go too political here, because it's a sensitive topic in this country. But it's clear that the protests have had instant results. This seemingly has avoided worse things from happening. Many of us here still remember what happened in the latter days of former President Suharto's reign in May 1998, for example, when mass riots, third race riots, killed hundreds or thousands in Jakarta alone.
Yeah, it was a civil war, you can say.
It was basically a civil war. It was pretty rough. Many in the streets, though, were younger than 26 now, so they weren't around even in May 1998. And they can only know what happened back then from history books.
Yes, or from their parents and grandparents if they're still alive.
It's already history.
In totally not interesting news for those that have nothing to do with the company, but we have to mention it. I think it's an important topic. Indonesia's oldest insurer is to be disbanded later this month after most of the policyholders voted to be transferred to asuransi, so insurance, Jiwa IFG. So this total value of the transferred policies is some $3.2 billion.
Yes, not rupiah, dollars.
That's not
pretty big business, yeah.
Yeah.
Jiwasraya, founded as Nederlands-Indische Levensverzekering en Lijfrentemaatschappij.
Speak Dutch now.
Or NILMAI, was founded by the Dutch in 1859. It was nationalized by Indonesia in 1960.
100 years later.
A century later. And audits in 2016 showed that because of financial mismanagement,
Really?
no water corruption though, oddly enough, led to negative equity of 28 trillion rupiah. And that sounds like a lot, and it is a lot. That's over $2 billion US.
It is.
Some 7 million policyholders were involved in that move. Let's work our way to news that will most likely trigger you slightly more than the Sleepy Insurance Company, shall we? One about a passenger train passing a huge fire on full speed, just like in the action movie You Always Wanted to See. We have that for you.
Yeah, well, that's unbelievable. It happens last week, for example. The Argo Semeru train, passenger train, operated by Indonesia's state-owned railway company KAI, passed a huge developing fire at close distance. And they still went through it.
Yep.
The incident happened near Karawang in West Java province in the evening, giving rail fans, firemen, and general onlookers a show they will probably not forget the rest of their lives, even if it only lasted a few seconds.
Yeah, it's the clip is playing now, or has been played just before this.
Yeah.
Pretty wild. The fire was next to the tracks as far as I could see, but
and there was no damage too. There were no.
No, there was no damage to the train. There was damage though to a few houses around there.
Yeah.
Because the fire was probably caused by the illegal burning of waste.
Yeah, and they do that everywhere.
They do it everywhere, so things catch fire. It is. No one was injured though, and that is both for people on the ground and in the train.
Yes, exactly.
And I think the people in the train didn't even notice what was happening before it was too late, because it took a few seconds only.
Yeah, and probably many times when it happened, they don't film it, and it is not just shows everywhere. This happens in Indonesia a lot.
This was a proper show, and people were waiting. The kids in the clip, they were waiting for the train to pass.
Yeah,
and they're always ready with their phone. They were recording anyway.
Exactly.
They got the show of the.
I hope it will change, that they make a system for waste and burn it properly, safely. But
a long way to go.
Long way. So a cute little elephant story. We have something really cute for you today.
Yeah.
It's in a clip from the Tesso Nilo National Park, located in southern Sumatra. A young elephant is seen approaching one of the guards there, or called mahouts of the park. It clearly recognizes the person as it's playing around for a bit before leaving again, while seemingly telling others that it's just playing around. Right.
It's very cute. The clip is being played now, or has been played, like I said earlier.
Yeah.
So it's a short one, but it's a fun one. The Tesso Nilo National Park is a shelter for a number of heavily threatened animal species. Among them is the Sumatran elephant. One of the little kids was playing around with the camera. The Sumatran and the Sumatran tiger. Yeah. But there is much more to see there, although these animals are much smaller. You have local tapir, deer, panthers, and a number of birds that are now almost unique to the area.
Yes. Interesting, huh? And the national park itself is a low and tropical rainforest that is still in original condition, with its endemic flora and fauna. It's a popular spot for people to visit, and park rangers organize educational trips inside the park as well. It is also a hotbed for research. And yes, you too can interact with the elephants there till a certain limit. So should that be a thing? Well, it's a focus on educational and research, I would say. Absolutely.
Yeah, and like you said, just before this, until a certain level, it should be possible.
Should be possible and safe, as long as not for the guards that play too much with the animals without knowing what can happen.
And listen to the guards.
Yeah.
Animals, even a small one, are still pretty big.
Yeah.
Starting August 29, just a few days ago, as of recording of this podcast, Indonesia has added a new requirement for those entering the country. You now will need to fill out yet another declaration indeed. It's a health declaration because of the current scare around the spread of the Mpox virus, earlier also known as monkeypox. But monkeys don't deserve to get stigmatized, so they renamed it earlier.
Yeah, before arrival in Indonesia, foreigners and Indonesians alike need to fill out a short online form that can be found on sshp.chemcast.co.id. The link will be below later. A link is in the description of this video, as I said just before. Reminiscence is testing of the first version of a health declaration that was needed over 4 years ago. When that nasty virus with a C started spreading, they will ask for basic travel history and whether you have any symptoms. Stay healthy out there.
Yeah, we all know what happens when you start throwing around health forms.
Yeah, it's a hassle, but it needs to be done once, and after that you're done.
And hopefully that's all that's needed to stop this virus.
Yes, this kind of new virus.
It's
so-called spreading.
It's a little bit scary now.
Yeah.
But we'll be fine, I'm sure. You probably know I have beef with certain aspects of traffic here in Indonesia.
Really?
Yeah, yes, beef doesn't show, right? Doesn't show.
And I have a lot of beef and chicken in here.
No, mostly beef.
Okay.
Chicken is nice, but I have beef for traffic here. Yeah.
That's nice, but
in the big cities mostly. I don't hop on sleeper buses here because I know they will speed all over toll roads, easily using the shoulder as an additional lane, for example. Accidents there are frequent, so I'd rather drive myself or take alternative form of transports like train or simply a plane.
Yeah, it is different though. This clip is from central Jakarta, near the Duku Atas area. The separated bike lane here is mostly used by motorcyclists, and the odd car, fuck cyclists, basically. This time they were called off to a whole bunch of them got stuck behind a waste collection truck that was doing some waste collecting. Shit, he was just behind the waste collecting truck, and the rest had to wait, basically.
Yep. And they were not the far in, but well, there was a lot of waste. You can see in the clip that's shown. They had to wait for a pretty long time because waste collection here, like we discussed just
hours can
take some time. It's a lot of work, and then so if you want to have a smooth ride, use the lanes designated for you, please. And if not, you might run the risk of getting stuck behind a lane where you don't belong, right behind a smelly waste collection truck.
And you don't want that, of course. That's not Indonesia, to enjoy Indonesia, I mean.
Well, if you like the smell of...
If you like the smell of waste, yeah, okay, be my guest.
Want to eat it. Bear brand is canned pasteurized milk.
Yeah.
That's it. There is no health benefit. It's just pasteurized milk.
It's nothing special, actually.
About the entire story on television around it that is supposed to be super healthy.
Yeah.
But there is no health benefits over any regular pasteurized
and
milk.
that's the same with the media that basically brainwashed the people basically to buy it, and they all followed it. So and they didn't buy toilet paper at all.
They bought not condensed milk. They bought pasteurized milk.
So because why they didn't buy a tissue or toilet paper, and why they did in the West? Same reason. Like in here, they use what is called cebok, which is just a big bowl of water with a small bucket to clean your ass, basically. And nowadays they have like a pressurized water gun, basically. Shit. And just leave it there.
They call it a bum gun.
Yeah, a bum gun. Yeah, a bum gun. Yeah, that's the best word in English. Yeah. So they use a bum gun, which is look like this.
And now we have said, there's one here now.
Yeah.
It looks like this.
That's what they use here, and they use a tissue after they clean their ass with a bum gun to wipe the rest off, and they don't throw it in the toilet itself, but in a trash can next to it.
Because your ass is already clean. You just have to make it dry again.
Make it dry, right? So that saves a lot of toilet paper in that way, and it's basically cleaner.
So when you have a pandemic coming, you don't have to run to the store to buy toilet paper, and you can focus on
cleaning your ass. Yeah,
pasteurized milk.
Yeah. So in Indonesia and in Malaysia too, it's called cebok. Basically to wash your private parts. Nowadays they use it's called water spouts.
No, I don't like that name. It's a bum gun.
Yeah, bum gun is a better word, but officially what is the official word for that actually in
I
Indonesia.
think it's bidet in English.
Yeah, because they usually use cebok, which is the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
It's a cleaner way. I use it myself now, so I'm used to it. I mean,
I'm just wondering, how do you get here when you were talking about being shy, and the next step is, oh, we have bum guns here. How did your brain work in that? Tell me, I missed something.
if they shake someone's hand in Indonesia with your left hand, it's considered to be very rude. Of that reason.
Yep, you don't use your left hand for anything, not for eating, not for writing, not for greeting, not for picking up trash, nothing.
Yeah.
Because it's considered dirty.
Yeah, dirty because of that reason. And even if you're left-handed.
Just like it, you can't be left-handed.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can't be left-handed.
If you're left-handed, you are forced to write with your right hand.
Yeah,
you
that's
can't
the
tell
thing.
people that it's a thing that 10% of the world population is left-handed, I think.
Yeah.
And
Also in Indonesia.
Indonesia, there's no left-handed people.
It's strange, huh? I mean, they don't consider that yet.
So,
So in the West, it doesn't matter, obviously. And another thing is...
that's another thing I noticed. You wrote it, but I noticed it as well, of course. Indonesians tend to sit on the ground doing everything.
yeah, not only eating.
Watching television, when you have a couch, no, you go sit down in front of the couch and you lean against the couch.
Yeah, or they don't have a couch.
Or you don't have a couch. But even if you have a couch, still sit on the ground. Eating, well, you have a nice chair and tables, dinner, and you can eat. No, you can sit on the floor in front of the television to eat.
Yeah. They like it that way. For them, it's more comfortable. For us, it's more comfortable sitting on a chair.
I can't sit down with my folded legs. Like,
Not long.
No, I can do that for like 1 minute.
Yeah, if I really push myself, I can do 2-3 minutes, but it's not really comfortable.
Also,
to eat also.
Outside of that's properly sitting, right? But if they are like having a 1 minute wait somewhere, they will go sit on their just
jongkok.
jongkok. Yeah, I don't even know the English word for that.
Yeah,
they will just
we'll have a picture for
they
it.
will just sit down.
Yeah.
And that's it. And the thing is, I can't do that physically because
Not long.
No, I can't.
Oh, you can't do that at all.
I cannot put my feet flat on the ground.
Okay.
Well,
So it's on your toes, basically.
yes, I have to sit on my toes.
That's how we used to it in the Netherlands.
Yeah, well, I can't. My Achilles heels aren't long enough
Okay.
to make that.
Yeah, that's your problem.
That's my problem.
That's a personal
But
Yeah.
I think that's a general problem in
Many people.
people in Europe.
Yeah, only the good thing is that sitting down on the floor with crossed legs helps the digestive system of humans to digest food properly and quickly.
Would it be like this?
Well, that's what I found out.
Yeah.
That it could be true. I mean, it's probably true, but they don't think like that. They just feel more comfortable sitting and eating that way.
It's way more easy.
For that, yeah, they're used to that.
You can sit down anywhere you want, and you don't have to clean up after you because you didn't sit on a chair.
You don't have to buy a sofa. You don't have to buy a table and a chair, so it's cheaper as well.
Even if you have a table and chairs, you still don't use it.
Yeah, exactly. And make restaurants as well, eh?
Along the roadside, if you're traveling intercity travel by car,
Yeah.
you can stop at a roadside restaurant and
Sit on the floor.
most likely you'll sit on a mat on the floor. Not
Yeah,
on the floor, but,
yeah.
They will have mats and you can just sit down there. It's a little bit like the Japanese style, right? The tatami mats, where you sit on the mats and you have a low table.
Yeah, and the Arab style, they do that
Also, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not only Indonesia.
Oh.
So connected with the bathrooms, mostly when they take a shower or they just use their bum guns, the floor in the toilets are always wet. They don't separate basically the shower space with the rest of the shower, and they clean their asses using water, so their seat will sometimes get wet as well. You know, that's what
They need bum gun aim because they can't aim it. I think.
they need another bum gun with hot wind or
to
clean it.
ass blower.
Yeah, an ass blower to make it dry and to make the floor dry as well.
That's really dirty. I think I don't think it gets that.
So yeah, that's just when you go to a shower in people's houses, you will notice that it's usually wet. And they just took a shower, and that's common in here. So that's why.
It's one area. There's no separation between toilets and showers. It's one area.
Yeah.
But in the airport, even the poor can travel nowadays. And that's not to insult anyone, but some people are less educated than others, and they don't know how to use a regular toilet. They're used to squatting toilets only.
Yeah.
And if they start using a Western style toilet, then it becomes a mess all of a sudden.
They don't know how to use it, or they're sitting on it. Say they are standing on it with their feet on the toilet seat, and using it as a, how do you call that?
Squatting toilet.
Squatting toilet. Yeah.
That's why, especially in airports, I've noticed it, especially around the country here, toilets can be really dirty if they're not clean. But I have to admit that has improved over the last 2 decades.
Yeah. So now another thing that they use here that we don't really know in the West is called kerok. Kerok is with Kerokan. It came from the Javanese word kerok, which means to rub, basically. The technique included abrading the skin over various parts of the body with a coin, and a small coin, big coin. This alternatively therapy is supposed to eliminate the symptoms of what they call masuk angin. So that's literally enter the wind enter.
Yeah, but masuk angin is basically everything that is mildly inconveniencing you.
Yeah.
Can be cough, can be a backache, stomach ache.
Yes. Heartburn.
Everything is basically fit into the masuk angin here. And normally, well, I notice when I have like an upset stomach or something, I don't like to kerok because your skin gets damaged. I don't really want them, but I like to drink a hot tea.
Sure.
And I'll make some burps coming out, like the big proper Indonesian burps.
Yeah. Because that's what they want. That the wind comes out and you burp or you fart.
And then it's solved.
Yeah, and they use Kerokan for that. I don't really like it too. It doesn't help me, let's say, like that. But literally, as I said, it means entering wind. So, I'm always making a joke. Yeah, you're breathing every day. So wind always entering and goes out. So
this is different.
This is different, yeah. So it's a very famous term. Everybody knows what it means here.
A video or a picture showing someone that has been handed down the kerok and with the streaks on the back. Almost bleeding.
It's very clear. You see the red stripes everywhere because they do it like 20 times in one place, and then it becomes a red stripe, and then they go 1 centimeter below, and again and again and again.
And it's done with normally with an older coin, because the newer coins, Indonesian coins, are made from aluminium, which are really sharp on the edges. You can't use those. You need a...
Yeah, I use an old Dutch Riksdaalder.
Oh, yeah.
I use that for my mate, and so to keep the connection with the Dutch core.
I think
another thing that happens in Indonesia, the men they usually have one or multiple nails on their fingers, very long. So the pinky,
most likely pinky or thumb. Yeah.
And I always wondered why is that, right? But it has a reason. Indonesian men they grow a few of their nails very long as a way of indicating that they are non-manual labor. Or above the working class, so their status is a bit higher, so they can prove it with their pinky.
Or they don't have a job.
Or they don't have a job and they want to show off.
Also possible. Yeah, that's. You tell me what's the.
I'm still a high class. I have work, so I can marry with your daughter.
Yeah. I have a job because I can maintain my long nails.
Yeah, exactly.
And they are working on it like a few hours a day to get it.
Yeah. In the right,
the proper
shape and everything.
And what did you use it for? To pick their nose?
They pick their nose to scratch everywhere and to show off, basically.
Yeah,
so that's the reason. So
that's a weird one.
It's a funny one, isn't it?
It's weird. No, that's funny. It's weird. Come on.
For me, it's weird, and it's also funny because they believe these things. Yeah.
Well, of course, if you can show that you have a better job than others. I'm sure that works, but I'm really curious what people think about that, because I know
this time is changed now. Eh?
I've seen it multiple times, and I've never really dived into it and see what and what's going on.
You never dived into the nail.
No,
to see what they used it for.
I just always see it as not really clean. It's a little bit dirty.
Yeah.
The nail itself will be clean, but it doesn't
always look that clean.
No, it doesn't always look that clean. So I'm really curious. What do you think of it, and why? Let us know, because I'm triggered now.
Thanks for watching episode 5. Well, if you have comments, if you have any advice, critics, let us know so we can become better.
Put them in the comments.
Put them in comments.
Give this video a like.
Yeah.
Subscribe if you liked it, even more than one like, because that's good for the algorithm here.
Yeah. See. All right.
So, stay tuned.